shall we get into why you came tonight? Or should I say maybe you'll be coming soon? It is HLC time. Oh yes, it is HLC time. Are you guys ready? We are about to get dark buff. But don't worry. As you all know from that video, I know how to soothe the savage racist old plane. I'll just ride Buff until he calms down. Let's go.
American forces have already been worn down. And
What?
you see the leaders over there, everyone, they want a ceasefire.
What? I'm sorry, what? The American forces are worn down? Dude. You're lucky the kid hasn't had a wet dream and glassed your whole country by accident yet. The fuck are you talking about? They're burned down. They're barely getting started right now, my guy.
Well, they will not get any from Iran. Did you really ask for a ceasefire? Well, I mean, technically, yeah. Kind of in the same way Mad Dog Mattis told the Iraqis way back when, don't fuck with me or I will kill you all.
Yeah.
Same principle.
That's about right.
I was just like, hey man, look. You guys are losing your ass out here. Let's just cut to the chase. You guys capitulate. We go on from there. No one else has to, meet their god.
Yeah.
If we stop shooting at them and I still haven't got to smoke an aircraft,
Oh no.
I'm burning this whole motherfucker down.
I warned you, but would you listen to me? Oh, no. No, it's just a heartless little plane, isn't it? Well, it's always the same. You get the kid all wind up, goes to sleep all hot and bothered, the next thing you know, he has a wet dream and your whole country's a class parking lot. I warned ya.
Kid, I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, I'm wondering if someone at the Department of War watches my videos and they're just doing it for the lore at this point. I just said at this point twice. But anyways, the point still stands. No, this is getting stupid, man. The nerd got some. The old man got some. Grandpa Buff got some. Like, hell, even Patriot got some. We sank a ship with a fucking torpedo. And it hasn't happened in 80 years. I've been around for less than 30. This is ass. We tried to be cool with people. We other boats figured it the fuck out. I mean, after we smoked that one. There's right now unconfirmed.
No, Iran has no aircraft, has no navy. The U.S. and Israel currently own the skies over Iran completely. They own the skies. They own the sea, because Iran has no navy left. It is now a coral reef. So yeah, they have nothing. They literally have nothing. The only thing they have left is their ballistic missiles, which they are just like shooting off willy-nilly like a 13-year-old that just figure out how to come. And he's just jerking it and sending it flying in every fucking direction without a care in the world. That's basically all they've got left at this point.
Reports that there was an individual on that ship who said that we tried to tell them to stop and surrender several times before we did it.
Yeah.
They should have fucking stopped. You look like a giant metal wiener with canards.
Oh no.
I'm not taking anything from you.
And you said the canards.
I understand you're pretty mad about the circumstances. It was pretty cool watching that shit happen. There's a couple of Aussies on board that. Fuck, that's hard to say.
On board that shit, mate. There you go. I did it for you, Australia.
On board that submarine, and fucking hell, they just blew out the back of an enemy ship, and it was like, all right.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Let's buy some more Mark 48s. Damn. HLC, you having a stroke or something? There are certain days that I wake up and some accents evade me.
Okay. Chat, am I crazy? Or does Uncle Sam's face look small this time? Am I losing my mind, or does this look smaller than normal? Okay, so I'm not losing my mind. Okay, I just wanted clarification. Okay, I just wanted clarification on that.
Yes.
Well, on the plus side, glass half full type thing. The fact that I didn't go out there means that they didn't have a chance to shoot at me. Now the F-15's 104 and 3.
Kid, I've always been fucking nice to you, but how about you shut your mouth before I fuck it?
Look, man, still a great record. I'm pretty sure it's still the top combat aircraft on the planet. But, a win's a win, a lose is a lose.
I don't care what your little trash panda's throwing in your ear, but that doesn't count, okay? That's like somebody sneaking into your hangar and popping one of your tires. Does that mean that they are now 1-0 against the F-22? Hell no. I was over friendly skies and friendly area. I wasn't trying to evade anything, and some dumbass Kuwaiti shot me.
Yeah, true,
This is something I actually...
Okay, now come here. Wait. Is this gonna come up in the video? So is this actually gonna come up in the video? His face got bigger again. Chet, do we have a new SCP? Do I need to deploy agents? Yeah, are we looking at a code glass right now? Agents, be on standby, prepare for rapid deployment at my mark. Hold fast now. I will get the high sign when you need to move.
Have to explain. When it first came out, CENTCOM, of course, stated that it was an air defense system. Now, you could probably stretch that enough to say that it was an enemy F-18, friendly F-18 running DCA or defensive counter-air. However, the more I look at it and I actually see the videos, it looks like an F-18 is in close proximity within visual range. I didn't see them actually get engaged, but the engagement style and the hit does make sense. Let me put this in perspective for you. When Patriot engages something, you have a more or less 3,000-pound telephone pole traveling at Mach fuck, and it targets the cockpit. As far as I know, there are 0 credible reports in history, including some fratricide incidents, as well as Ukraine, where an enemy pilot or a pilot in general survived a Patriot engagement, just because of the way it engages. I'm not saying it's beyond reasonable doubt, but it's unlikely. Plus, the jet that I saw going down was in a flat spin. It looked like it was hitting the tail.
I remember seeing that.
Patriot's not going to aim for the tail, and it's a proximity warhead for PAC-2s. It's hit to kill for PAC-3s. That plane would be in several pieces.
Oh, yeah.
The more I look at this, if it was hit by Patriot, it was a flyover that they engaged as a cruise missile. It's possible, but that would still kind of disintegrate most of that aircraft. As for an F,
like the I saw the footage of the bird going down, and it was from what I remember of the footage, it was largely intact. It wasn't a flat spin like you said, but largely it was intact with what I think, if I remember correctly, was smoke coming from the tail. So yeah, if it had been popped by a Patriot or something like that, like the whole back end would have been on fire. So something's a little fucky.
18 using like an AIM-9, that would have caused the amount of damage that we've seen. The fact that the F-15s didn't dump flares and chaff, I don't know. Maybe they didn't have their radar warning receivers on. I don't know all the details there. Can I get a hit? Oh, bedtime, huh? Y'all, read the room, man. Where the fuck are we? America, did you really have a protest in New York City?
Oh, God, yeah.
Ended in someone throwing an IED into the protest?
No, that, beans on falafel, that's what's known as a terrorist attack. Call it what the fuck it is. There was a protest in New York. I forget exactly what the protest was for off the top of my head, but 2 people, I don't know, I'm unaware if it's been, if their nationality or anything has been identified. Yeah, they actually basically tried, they nail bombed the protesters. There's actual video footage of one of them taking the nail bomb. Was it an anti-Islam protest? Okay, so I guess it was an anti-Islam protest. You can actually see one of them is a guy that's got like a fro hair, pulled the nail bomb out of like a bag or something, goes up to his buddy, and his buddy lights the fuse on it or something, and then he goes to throw it into the middle of the protest. This was a legit terrorist attack. They literally tried to. This was an attempted terrorist attack for the purposes of killing American citizens. That's what this was. Let's not fuck with it. And both of them got identified. They both, now I have not heard what nationality they are. If there was any I haven't heard if there's any history of them being allied with any terrorist cells or anti-pro-Islamic groups or anything like that. I have not seen any data on that yet. From the looks of them, they look like they could have possibly been from the Middle East. I don't know. I haven't heard too much follow-up information on it. The only thing I know is that they attempted a literal terrorist attack with a nail bomb. And they actually tried to light it and throw it into the middle. Were their names Arabic in nature? Okay, I hadn't seen that yet. Been a little busy today. But yeah, this was an actual terrorist attack. Thankfully, the bomb didn't go off and NYPD jumped on them immediately. But yeah, Mondami refused to identify the nationality of them and refused to acknowledge it was a terror attack. That's the one thing I know. He supposedly praised the NYPD, but he refused to acknowledge that this was an Islamic terrorist attack. He would not do it. He was like, "Oh yeah, the NYPD was great," but he refused to say that this was a terrorist attack against them. Yeah, and oh yeah, that's right. He started off by saying, hang on, okay, this is paraphrasing because I don't remember the quote exactly. He started off his statement by talking about the person who headed the protest, the peaceful protest. I must be specific about this. This was a peaceful protest, and Mamdani, the mayor of New York, started off talking about this terrorist attack by stating that the person who organized the protest was a white supremacist. That's how he started his statement. It's like so-and-so, who was a white supremacist, and yeah, he basically blamed the victims. The motherfucker victim blamed peaceful protesters who were almost the victim of a terrorist attack. The freaking traitor, the treasonous motherfucker who is the mayor of New York, basically blamed the victims, blamed the peaceful protesters for a terrorist attack being committed against them. It's fucking insane. Zoran Mamdani should be he needs to be investigated and he should be removed from office. I don't know if there's enough evidence to have him arrested for sedition or treason, but goddamn it, if he's gonna basically victim blame peaceful protesters for getting attacked by terrorists, he needs to be fucking gone. He needs to be removed from office. At this point, there is a legit question if he is a hostile foreign agent. If the mayor of New York, he's all about his own protesters and saying, the pro-Islam people and the pro-Iranian people and the pro-Palestinian people, he's all for them just marching through the streets doing all kinds of crazy shit. But when someone who's not on his side has a peaceable protest and they become almost the victims of a terrorist attack, and the first thing he highlights is that the organizer of the protest is a quote-unquote white supremacist, yeah, remove him from fucking office. Good fucking bye. He needs to be investigated for sedition or for treason. At bare minimum, he needs to be investigated as possibly operating as a foreign agent. That is the mayor of the biggest city in the fucking country that is all for his own citizens being slaughtered in an Islamic terrorist attack. He needs to be investigated, and if the evidence is there, put him in the motherfucking box. At minimum, he needs to be removed from his office. At fucking minimum, he should be gone tomorrow. At minimum, the city council needs to vote to remove him from office. He has to be gone. Because if he doesn't, God only knows what's going to happen next. It's like, this is fucking insane. It is insane how bad New York City has gotten with this guy. Like, New York is becoming a third fucking world right now. Well, if only the governor can remove him, then the people of New York State need to confront the governor and say he needs to be removed from office. If the governor is the only one with the power to do it, then people need to take the fight to the governor peaceably and demand that the governor remove him from office. He needs to be gone. He needs to be gone. He needs to be investigated, and if proper evidence is discovered, he needs to be imprisoned. He needs to be charged and imprisoned. This is insane. New York City is literally becoming a third fucking world because of this guy. It's disgusting.
Yeah, anti-Islam protesters, and I don't know if they're just against Islam or Islamist extremism.
Same thing if you ask me.
That may be kind of a racist joke, but at this point in time, with everything going on in the U.S. as of late, I think a lot of the American public are figuring out we can't really tell the difference between non and extremists. Yeah, so they threw it into their two guys that were arrested. Their names are something 9/11-y. I'm not sure. What do you mean? That was an isolated incident, correct? Oh, God no. No, we had to evacuate part of the airport in Kansas City, Missouri, due to a credible bomb threat. We had the IED in New York. We had the shooting in Texas,
in Austin.
with a guy quite literally wearing a hoodie.
Like, literally, what did I say? What the fuck did I say when this all started? Hey, anybody remember? I said that Iran is going to be activating their terrorist cells all around the world. I said this was going to be happen. I was going to say every single sleeper cell around the planet that Iran has positioned is going to get activated, and we're seeing it. We're fucking seeing it right now.
That says property of Allah. It's not a hard stretch there. And then very recently, oh shit, what was the other thing?
The dude on the plane. Oh, shit, I guess that really doesn't narrow down Islamist
extremism. No, it doesn't.
The recent one on the Southwest flight.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, Buff. We had that Southwest flight that had to make an emergency landing due to a credible threat. There's videos of them, like, scooping the guy off of there. We don't know exactly what he said or did at the time of me recording this. Look, there's been a lot of talk about racial profiling and stuff like that, and I don't think people fully understand the power that like a ship or a plane captain has. You can detain somebody without trial for an extended period of time, at least till you get somewhere they can face trial. You can incarcerate people. You can marry people, divorce people. Like, you are judge, jury, and executioner of that flight and or ship.
Yeah.
Not to sound Islamophobic, but it
which is not a word.
Appears that those people, those bad actors, don't necessarily mesh well with Western values and opinions.
You fucking think, little Iran? What the fuck do you think we've been yelling at you for God knows how long now? No shit, these people do not mesh with Western ideologies. They literally want to destroy Western ideology, you dumb fuck. Why the hell do you think we've been on your ass so much about literally letting them take over your entire fucking country, you dumb cuck? You are literally becoming little Iran, beans on falafel, Middle Eastern kingdom, everything. You are literally becoming that. You literally have Muslim people that are taking over entire blocks, and when a white guy comes in, asking questions and referencing Christianity, you make a veiled threat that this guy's going to get the shit kicked out of him because he's a white guy in a Muslim territory. Because according to them, this is their spot, and a white guy can't show up saying anything Christianity. Yeah, we've been telling you this for a long time. A lot of these people are incompatible. These extremists that are completely fucking compatible with Western values. And I'm not even referring to just Christian values. I'm talking about Western values. Yes, you can make the argument that Western values are based on Christianity. Sure, I'll give you that. You can base on it. But in modern day, Western values are Western values. They encompass actually a multitude of religious ideologies and such. You used to have that, UK. And then you got yourself cucked by the SJRs. So now you've turned in now the party, and bear in mind, everything I'm bitching about with the UK is not the people of the UK. The actual UK citizens, I hate this as much as everybody else does. The fucking party has been cucked by freaking Islamic ideology and sucked into, oh, we're just fleeing from our country. We're poor refugees, when they're an actual invading force that is taking over the fucking country. We have been screaming this at the UK for probably at least a year or more now. Maybe, just fucking maybe, and I don't have much hope for this, the party will pull its head out of its ass and figure out, gee, maybe we're on the side of the baddies on this one. 'Cause you are.
How do you think I feel? I've been opposing them and protesting extremism for 20 years, except I do it the farthest thing from peacefully.
We know. Now you have taken responsibility for the strike on the little school full of children. How could you do
what?
that, America?
As far
What?
as I am aware at this time, CENTCOM has said that was a missed shot by us. I know previous reports were saying the IRGC took responsibility for it. There's a lot in the fog of war right now, but at the time of me recording this, the U.S. said, hey, that's our screw up.
Okay.
And I admit...
So I hadn't heard about this update. So the U.S. is admitting that it was a singular missed shot. You know Iran's going to be riding this to the moon. You know the SJRs are going to be riding this to the moon. The fact is, this is war. Flat out. The U.S. isn't trying to cover up. They did their investigation. They said, yeah, we did that. That was a missed shot by us. That is on us. But, and it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible that 150 people in that school lost their lives. It's horrible. But the fact is, this is a war situation. And we must not forget, the Iranians built that school right next to a military base.
War never changes.
Do not forget, the IRGC had that school built literally right next to a military base. They literally built it next to a military target. Because that's what Iran does. They use their own populace as meat shields. This is the playbook. Iranians do this. Hamas does this. They will use innocent civilians as meat shields, specifically because the Western nations like the U.S. try very hard to avoid civilian casualties. So yes, the U.S. is taking responsibility, but they're taking responsibility of it was not intentional strike. It was a miss. And you have to look at the geography of where that school was located. It's horrible. This is war, though, and hate it as much as you want, and I do hate it very much. In war, there are civilian casualties. Messy is a very kind word for it. War is hell. And hell is hell. And you ask any soldier, they'd rather be in hell than be in war. It's one of the most devastating things that can ever occur in any country. It's And civilian casualties, unfortunately, are inevitable. We don't have to like it. I sure as fuck don't like it, but I'm not so blind to not know that this happens in every war. That innocent civilians, including children, will die. It due to one reason or another. And I don't know what more I can say about that. It's without repeating myself. But America took America did the right thing. They investigated it and they said, okay, that was us. It was not intentional, but yeah, we'll take responsibility for that. And unfortunately, the dumb fucking SJRs are going to use this to go, see, we shouldn't be in this war. Well, not actually understanding a fucking thing when it comes to war because it wasn't shoved down their throat on fucking Netflix.
And I admit to my screw-ups. Okay, pop quiz, Iran. How many places in the Middle East have you bombed where you have hit nothing but military targets?
All of them. Because your military
Bullshit.
is everywhere.
Except that's not fucking true.
Nope.
We have videos of your Shahed drones bouncing off of giant buildings that are nothing but hotels and apartments.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure there are some Americans and Israelis that live in those apartment buildings.
Step 2 in extremism. It follows the same line that it has forever. Step 1, you beat your chest, saber rattle a whole bunch. Step 2, you start getting your ass absolutely kicked. So then you start playing the victim and trying to find anything to justify the atrocities
Small
that you're...
update to this video. The threat on the Southwest flight was a false alarm caused by a Ramadan prayer timer scaring people when it went off.
Oh my god. See, I know, that shouldn't be allowed. Ramadan, so I'm guessing it was someone that basically got into the aisles and rolled out their prayer rug and started praying. Yeah, that shouldn't be allowed on a flight. That should not be allowed on a flight. I'm sorry, if you're so desperate to do Ramadan prayer time, then don't book the flight for them. Don't fly. I hate to say it, but I don't have much sympathy for people, especially right now. I don't have sympathy for that person that was detained like that. That is, for fuck's sake. We've had 3 terrorist attacks in the last few days, and this guy, which has made national news, and this guy's gonna start doing a Muslim prayer in the middle of a fucking flight? No. No, I think the airlines need to institute a rule. No Muslim prayer time. No, you are not allowed to get out of your seat, roll out a prayer rug, and pray to Mecca in the middle of a flight. That should be banned. That should be banned from all flights. No, Ramadan is not Jewish. It is Islamic. It is the exact opposite, Leo. Ramadan is an Islamic, it is a Muslim holy day. It is not Jewish in any way, shape, or form. It's, yeah, that should be bad. Should not be allowed on a flight, especially now. And if anybody has a problem with someone getting detained and a plane making an emergency landing because some guy decided to start praying to Mecca in the middle of a fucking flight, fuck you. If you, all the SJRs that are going to be reading on Twitter about this saying, oh, it's Islamophobia, oh, Islamophobia, fuck you. If you were on that plane, you would have been pissing yourself in fear and screaming for the air marshal to put a bullet in the guy's head. So don't even try to pretend to virtue signal like you're so much fucking better. The U.S. and most of the Western world is at war with a Muslim extremist nation who has actually activated terrorist cells, who is probably, God knows how many sleeper cells are currently being activated around the world. Fucking deal with it. The lives of that entire plane full of people grotesquely outweighs one guy's right to basically do a Muslim prayer that oftentimes precedes a terrorist attack. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the what?
Completing. Just important to remember to everyone trying to wade through this bullshit, and don't get me wrong, I got by an AI image very recently. It was really, really good. The fog of war is very thick, but one side is actually admitting to anything they've done wrong.
Yeah, the other side just keeps fucking dying. Which Ayatollah are you guys
Bro.
on now?
We are only
Fifth.
on our second.
Nope,
The
you're on
other
your fifth.
two that you killed, they were interim. They hadn't been voted into office yet.
Uh-huh.
Who is it?
Like I'm going to tell the likes of you.
Why won't you tell me? Is it because they keep dying?
Yes.
War used to have honor. The entire time we fought the United States in World War II, they knew exactly who was in charge in Japan. And
Well,
you just hide who's in charge because you know Uncle Sam will come a knocking. You
what?
don't know anything about what we're doing. America, we don't want to tell you because it is a secret, and they are in a secret bunker in a secret location, and they are making secret plans to use our
And he's already dead, isn't he? They already just threw a bunker buster and just killed him, didn't they?
secret weaponry because we know that we have wasted all of your interceptors in the area, and we're using only the ones that can get through now. We will be shooting less missiles, but they will be doing more damage.
Save all your good munitions until you're about to collapse. I don't remember reading that in The Art of War.
That's because they
yeah.
are secret.
Okay. Let's make this simple. Are you gonna surrender?
The nation of Iran will never surrender to you or
Bye-bye.
your allies, the Kurdish fighters.
That's fair. You know, them Kurdish fighters, they don't really have a lot of support by themselves. So we're willing to support.
Gonna make the highway of death look like a fucking tea party.
QA10.
And while we're providing close air support, Buff, do me a solid. Break their back. Take out the oil.
Ah, this brings
Oh,
me
yeah.
back.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this. This was a point of contention. Supposedly, Trump didn't like this. From what I heard, he did not like that they took out the oil. Yeah, hang on. Wait. Okay, this has to be done. Hang on. All right, Buff. Let's fucking do this. Yeehaw! Let's fucking go, Buff. It had to be done. Had to be done.
Well, like that quote from, what is that, Super Troopers. Drop your socks and grab your toes.
Time to show you where the wild goose goes.
Fuck! Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Love it.